Chapter 7. Spirit Lights. "Jack, can we get up now?" said Annie. Jack opened his eyes. Annie was standing over him. She still had her mask on. "We're on safe ground," she said. Jack felt as if he had been dreaming. He looked around. He had reached the tundra at the edge of the frozen sea. The cubs were romping in the distance, but their mother was sitting nearby, gazing at Jack and Annie. "She waited to make sure we're safe," said Annie. Jack stared at the polar bear in awe. The words of the seal hunter came back to him. "Always thank the animal spirits." "We should thank the polar bear spirit now," he said. "Of course," said Annie. Jack scrambled to his feet, still wearing the bear mask, and he stood behind the polar bear and pressed his hands together. "We thank you," he said, bowing. "Yes, we thank you forever," said Annie, also bowing. "We thank you beyond the moon and the stars," said Jack, "and beyond the deepest seas," Annie added. Then she threw out her arms and twirled around. Jack did the same. They both danced around in the snow, honoring the bear, and finally they stopped and bowed one last time. Then they looked up, and the polar bear rose up on her hind legs. She was twice as tall as Jack, and she lowered her huge head as if she were bowing back to them. At that moment, the sky exploded. The night became a giant swirl of red, green, and purple lights. It looked like a genie coming out of a magic lamp. The sight took Jack's breath away. He stared in wonder as the dazzling lights lit the tundra. "Is it the polar bear spirit?" Annie asked in a hushed voice. As far as Jack could see, the snow and ice shimmered. Even the bear's fur shimmered in strange light. "No, it's not a spirit," said Jack. "There's got to be a scientific reason. I'll find out." Shaking, he reached into his backpack and pulled out the Arctic book. He took off his bear mask and put on his glasses. By the greenish glow, Jack found a picture of the sky lights. The picture didn't come close to the real thing. He read aloud. This part is true. "One of the most amazing sights in the Arctic is the northern lights. The swirl of light is caused by electrically charged particles from the sun, striking atoms and molecules in the Earth's atmosphere." "See, there is a scientific reason," said Jack. "It's not the spirits." Then suddenly all the dancing lights were gone, as if someone had blown out a candle. The magic had ended.